Hey, what's good, y'all? Fusion here, back with another video. Been a while since we have done the Drake bracket, but I'm bringing it back for you guys today. I'm gonna be doing two matches. I'll be doing the Honestly Nevermind versus If You're Reading This Is Too Late, and Nothing Was the Same versus Take Care. I did upload round one not too long ago, maybe about maybe a month. I'll leave it down in the description below for you guys, so you guys can check that out. But we're just trying to decide on what the best Drake album is. I've listened to all of these at least once. As I go through the matchups and everything, I do try to give each album at least 2 or 3 listens. There is an exception for that. Nothing Was the Same. I've heard that album a lot. That's probably my favorite Drake album. But I maybe gave that one maybe 1 or 2 extra listens. But as far as everything, I have tried to give my critiques after I have thoroughly listened to the project. I think some quick things, just real quick. Personally, when I am listening to Drake albums, I am not looking for a great album track 1 through track 20. I can confidently say I know a lot of hip hop or Drake fans that are not looking for quote unquote a complete bodies of work. What they're looking for is a couple hits, a couple sad songs, and then you're good. So if you can get 8 or 9 good Drake songs from a 20 album, a 20 song album, then Drake did his job. Is that good? Is that fair? I don't think so, but I know that that's what he is known for. He is a hit maker. He's not gonna make complete great albums. I've already given up on expecting that. The last time I've had a complete full project where I liked it all the way through, personally, Nothing Was the Same. I think If You're Reading This, It's Too Late is not a bad album. I'm going to talk about it and why I sort of feel how I feel, but there are just, what you are expecting when going into a Drake album 99% of the time. That 0.1% though, would honestly never mind. That was a different. It felt like he was trying something new. It sounded like he was trying something new. Anyway, let's go ahead and actually just jump into this. Honestly, Nevermind versus Nothing Was the Same. Off first listen, I remember listening to Honestly Nevermind. I was just like everybody else. This shit was different. I didn't like it. The only song I liked there was Jimmy Cooks with 21 Savage. As I continue to listen to it, though, I really did enjoy the project. It was stuff I like from Drake, which is so he can't have no corny rapping lines. He can't have corny flows on here. He can't say corny shit because he's singing and he's not saying a lot. He's letting the music speak for him. He is doing a lot of runs. He is repeating a lot of, different phrases on the album. Sometimes they're hooks, and then sometimes he's just saying shit. For example, I really enjoyed Text Go Green, Currents, A Keeper, Flights Booked, and Calling My Name. The rest of that, I felt like, is just a filler. It's just filler. I do like Falling Back sometimes. It's not great singing, but it gets the job done. This is sort of what I was expecting of what a full R&B type of album from Drake could sound like. Of course, subtract like the techno, of the dance hall, of the dance music, all of that type of shit. But how he's singing, how he's going about some of these lyrics, you know, text and go green, and this, that's a Drake album, a Drake line, a Drake phrase. This is Drake, you know. Everything, like the names of these songs, text go green, currents, a keeper, sticky, you know. I don't know how I feel about sticky. I don't think I like it, but there's songs on here. There's a complete what's the best way to describe it? There are tracks on here that I think if they weren't attached to this album, they would work. I think if he took Text Go Green, Currents, Flight Books, and threw that shit on Scorpion and subtracted a couple shits from that album, I think they could have worked. But I don't think as a full project, it works altogether. But personally, I do enjoy it still. Now, we all know who won this one. If you're reading this, it's too late. That will advance. That one will advance. I just think that as a project, it's better. I like Legend. I like Energy. 10 bands can get sort of whatever. I like Know Yourself. I like No Telling. I personally think that Madonna that's my favorite track on here, I think. I don't like Six God. I'm the real Six God, boy. That shit's sort of corny to me. Star 67, that one's a questionable one to me. I don't like Preach, but I do like Wednesday Night Interlude. I do like Used To. Six Man. Okay. I don't really like Now and Forever. I don't like Company, but these are one of these tracks where I don't take it serious, and I'll put it on there just for him to have that barking shit going on. I think that shit is funny. I don't like You in the Six. I think that's the one. Is that the one about the conversations with his mama or some shit? Yeah, that's the one about his mom and how he was. I didn't like it. I did not like the track. I didn't like the energy of the track. I have no problem with you talking to your mom. I don't think that is the issue. I just think that how the track is, it didn't have to be 4 minutes. I didn't need that, personally. I don't have a problem with Jungle. I like this 6 p.m. Now the 6 p.m. in New York. Oh, you gotta love it. Oh, you got, you know, there's good songs on here. It's Drake's third best album. Nothing Was the Same first. Take Care. Then, if you're reading it, It's Too Late. Then the rest of that shit. But realistically, I like maybe 5 or 6 tracks on here. Just like I said earlier, I'm going to like 5 or 6 tracks from a Drake album. And I got what I wanted. I got what I wanted from Drake. I'm not mad at this album at all. Definitely his third best album, one of his better albums. I think it's better than Nothing Was the Same. I mean, Honestly Nevermind. And I think it's better than Certified Lover Boy. But we haven't got to that point yet. But that's sort of where I think that this album is placed. Top 3 in his catalog. What does that mean? I'll let you decide. Now let's get to the big dog here. We got Nothing Was the Same versus Take Care. Take Care and Nothing Was the Same are for sure his 2 certified classics. I don't know why I can't speak. Certified classics. Personally, I think he has 2. I don't think Views is a classic. I for sure as hell don't count Scorpion as a classic. If you're reading this, It's Too Late, arguably a classic. I don't have What a Time to Be Alive on here because I do think that I don't count that as just a Drake album. It's obviously a Drake and a Future album, but I'll consider that a classic, especially when that first came out. There's hella songs on here that will be continued to be played. Plastic Bag, Diamonds Dancing, of course that weak ass Jumpman song, Live from the Gutter. I personally like Digital Dash. Scholarships. You know, there's a couple songs on here that I would consider to make this a classic album. What a Time to Be Alive. But Take Care and Nothing Was the Same are certified classics. Take Care. There's word going around that he took a lot of this from The Weeknd. You could definitely feel the Weeknd influence on here. Shot for Me sounds like a Weeknd style of song. Of course, Crew Love. I could see Take Care being a Weeknd and Rihanna song. To be honest, I could see that. All the rest of this does sound like a Drake project, though. So that's why I sort of am not sure. Actually, Practice sounds like a Weeknd song, too. But, you know, minus all that, I really, really enjoyed this album. Over My Dead Body, that's where it starts. One of his better rap performances, just in my opinion. He's saying some slick stuff in there. It was cool back then. It's now sort of corny, but I can live with that. I can understand dated lyrics being corny. It's just that when you're using the same lyric over and over again after a certain amount of time, it gets whatever. I think this was a song where he was like, oh, you want to be a motherfucking funny guy to make me break your Kevin Hart, boy? Okay. Yeah. Back then, that shit was cool. That was a cool bar. Now, everybody has said that. But, again, I don't think it sounded bad. I don't think it's that bad. So I let that one slide. Shot for Me, I don't have a problem with that song. Headlines, not my favorite Drake song. I personally don't like that song. It could have been overplayed, just whatever. I personally don't like it. Crew Love, I really like that song. Take Care, I like that song. Marvin's Room, as a song, it's whatever. As you put context to it, as you add real life experience to it, as you add memes to it, that song has became an important song on Drake's like discography. It has. When you think Drake, Marvin's Room is a song that comes to mind at some point. Is it a great song? Personally, I don't think it's a great song. But I understand like the impact behind the song. And I understand what that song means to my generation. Whatever. So I may not like the song. I may not think it's a good song. But I understand why there's conversations behind Marvin's Room. Buried Alive interlude. I thought it was cool. I could have done without it. Whatever. I don't know why he didn't just give. I don't know why they didn't just do a song together on here. Instead of just throwing Kendrick the interlude. I felt like that was sort of weird. But whatever. I like Underground King. We'll Be Fine is cool. I like Make Me Proud on there. I like Lord Knows. Camera and No Good Ones. That's not bad at all. I don't really care for Doing It Wrong. But The Real Her is cool. Look What You Done is alright. HYFR, that's a hit. Practice is fire. The Ride, maybe my favorite song on the album. And The Motto, cool. So you look through this. Realistically, there's The Motto, HYFR, Take Care, Hotline, Headlines, arguably Crew Love. Yeah. There's like 4.5 hits that are like radio single hits on here. This may be one of his best like complete projects from top to bottom. It flows nicely. It sounds good. This is what Drake should be striving for a lot of the times. Not as far as content goes, but as far as sound, as far as overall feel, vibe, this is what Drake does well. When you look, so as I was going back and listening to these albums, especially after hearing like Take Care and Nothing Was the Same, after More Life and Certified Lover Boy, you notice a drop off. But he has the most views and most listens on Spotify, and that may be true, but overall, his album quality has gone down. That's the truth. And if you don't believe that, then you're lying to yourself. If you think he is still at that same level as Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, if you're reading this, is too late, and then you listen to Certified Lover Boy, Scorpion, For All My Dogs, Views. I do have a caveat on Views. I will get to it later, but if you don't think that there is a huge gap, then there's something wrong with you. He was playing the streaming game. After, if you're reading this, is too late. How you know that? We got Views, which is a vacation album. I'm not mad at that. You know, there are tracks on there that will get plays. There are tracks on there that are fun to listen to. Whatever. Scorpion, that shit is not good. People will say, yes, it's good, but then they'll name 5 or 6 songs off of a, let's say 23, 24 album song. Album? Let me see how many. 25 tracks. And you get 6 from them. That's just not fire. That's not a good album. For All My Dogs. How many you think you'll get from For All My Dogs? That shit was ass to me. I like maybe 2 or 3 songs on here from 23 songs. Fuck no. That's not a good album. It's not. As you listen to it, and I don't know if you are going through Drake's like catalog with me. Since this whole beef, I've been going through Kendrick's catalog, Drake's catalog, J. Cole's catalog. I just threw in Lil Wayne since he wants to try to act like he has hard shit. And you look back, some of the lines he says, him being Lil Wayne, they're sort of cringe. But let's get back onto Drake. But yeah, I like Take Care. I don't think it is better than Nothing Was the Same. I think when you're thinking of peak Drake, you're thinking Take Care and Nothing Was the Same. And well, those actually came back, dropped back to back. 2011 for Take Care and 2012 for Nothing Was the Same. Tuscan Leather, great way to start things off. Furthest Thing, I like that song. Started from the bottom. That shit was so corny. Such an obnoxious song. I fucking hate it. But I understand why it did what it did. I'm not mad at that. I like Wu-Tang Forever. Own It is funny. Worst Behavior is funny. I like From Time. Hold On, We're Going Home. I need more of that from Drake. I don't mind Connect. I don't mind the language. I like 305 To My City. I get it. I like Too Much. And I like Pound Cake. That was on the regular. Now the deluxe, I really like Come Through and All Me, of course. Those two are great tracks. But on here, I can confidently say I just don't like one track. I just don't like Started From the Bottom. That's the only song I don't like. There's reasons to like own it. There's reasons to like worst behavior. You may not agree with why I like it, but I like that shit because it's funny. I don't think it's great, but I think that shit is funny. So I'm personally putting Nothing Was the Same over Take Care. Nothing Was the Same over Take Care. So let's go ahead and look at these polls. Let's go check the polls out from previous videos. Let's see. I'm gonna leave a comment though. Leave a comment on who do you think was, which album is better? Take Care or Nothing Was the Same? Take Care or Nothing Was the Same. So, I just found that if you're reading this, it's too late, and honestly, never mind. Matchup. We all know who won that one. Easy work. Nothing Was the Same. We had more votes on that. Next. Which one had more votes? Was it the Nothing Was the Same or Take Care? Nothing Was the Same wins over Take Care. Out of 497 views, 15 people voted for for Nothing Was the Same. 2 people voted for Take Care. Some people didn't comment. Some people didn't even interact. But that's what I'm going with. The winner, Nothing Was the Same. So, currently what we have in this bracket, we have Views against, if you're reading this, it's too late, Scorpion versus For All My Dogs, and Nothing Was the Same versus Certified Lover Boy. That is the last 3 matchups. Tomorrow, I will be I will be doing these 2 matchups in one video, and Nothing Was the Same, and If You're Reading This Is Too Late, and Scorpion versus For All My Dogs. I will be putting up a YouTube short and a TikTok on those as well. I don't know if I'm gonna upload it tomorrow. I sort of misspoke there, but I will go ahead and get this uploaded ASAP. But yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next video. Peace.